Hello everybody, it's Lavetta Jenkins of SheBusy Productions, and I'm here with what I believe is the fourth installment to the Entertainment Business Master of Science program. I think that this is going to be the last update that I have before graduation, unless I can get one out within the next couple of weeks or so, because I'm in the last class and I just completed week 2 assignments for the last class, so I have 2 more weeks to go before the end of this class and 3 weeks before graduation. I'm not sure, but I believe that the last class that I updated you guys on was, let's see, probably 2 months ago. I was in entertainment, media distribution, and publishing and distribution, and I may have gotten a little bit of the insight into digital marketing, but I know I did not do business plan development, which is the class that I just exited. So I'm going to touch a little bit on digital marketing and business plan development and let you guys know how I fared. For digital marketing online, I received an A+ in that class, and I'm going to go over some of these assignments. One was a case study where we had to pretty much take a company, break it all down, and see what parts of the business plan, that they needed for this particular company, because not every company needs like the technology plan. Not every company needs a social media plan if they don't plan on using social media. Why you wouldn't in this day and age, I don't know. But not every company is going to need each specific part. What you mainly need is your, I just wrote it, the executive statement, the company overview, target marketing, industry analysis, parts like that. And I'll probably see if I can list them down below, because I just did them in an assignment that was due today. I submitted it today for this class, and it ended up being about 28 pages. So be prepared for a lot of writing if you're going to enter into this program, because it is a lot of writing. But for this class, Digital Marketing Online, I ended with a A+. And we had to do like marketing reflections, a digital marketing plan canvas where you plan out everything that you want for your company that you're working on in this. And I don't know if I've said it, but I am not using this as a business plan for SheBusy Productions. It's a business plan for a branch company of this LLC. We have another branch company that we're working on, and I'll be updating you on that in the future. Probably you'll get more videos about that than you would about other things, because I'm really pushing for it, and I think it's going to be a really good idea for everybody. But yeah, so this one had, we had some blog assignments, discussion boards, things like that, but we had to lay out our digital marketing plan. And that took a lot of work, only because you had to put together the different parts of the plan for your specific company that you're working on. The class that I just exited was business plan development. Yeah, business plan development was really intense. I found it to be just a little bit difficult, just because I kept missing some of my numbers when we had to do like Excel spreadsheets to figure out how much money you're spending every month, how much money you're bringing in every month, how much you're paying your employees. And they kind of demand that you pay your employees, even if it's just yourself, something every month to make your records kind of flow right. Well, I had decided in the beginning of founding this new company that I was not going to take a salary for the first year in order to put everything I had back into the company, and them kind of demanding that I do it. I was like, okay, well, $1 a month will work for me, just because, I had to have something on the records. And then that ended up showing a severe increase in my expenses for year 2 and year 3, because they kind of want you to do a 3-year plan so that you can show investors. But at the time, I'm not looking for outside funding for this project that I'm working on. Outside funding would have been nice, but I feel like this was something that I can do without the control of others, putting their hand in, their opinions and things like that. I do have other people helping, but I really do feel like, I'm sorry, there's a draft coming from the window. I do have other people helping, but I feel like having a board of directors or a group of investors would have taken away from exactly what it was I wanted to do. But business plan development, I got an A in that class, which makes for, I think, the third A. It is what it is at this point. The third A that I've received in this whole degree program, which is better than like the B plus, and I think the B I got in digital cinematography. So I'm okay with it. I have to be okay with it, even though I know like in negotiation and deal making, I could have tried harder. But last month I tried and got an A. Oh well. Kudos to those who got A pluses. My hat is off to you. But last month we worked on laying out specific parts of your business plan. Last month we laid out the company overview, the industry and analysis portion, the competition plan, the technology plan, and different parts that you're going to need for the final business plan that I'm putting together this month, or that I just put together yesterday. So what happens is, in business plan development, you set all this stuff up, he grades it all, tells you what you need to tweak. You save all that information because in the final month, you're going to be taking that stuff that you did and making the corrections that he gave you and submitting it for this final business plan. You literally, it's a lot of copy and pasting, which is very, very good. But you take everything that you've done, paste it into a new document, arrange it how it's supposed to be, table of contents, with the, I think it's called a cover page, but he may have called it something else. With the title page, table of contents, and then all of your separate parts, your appendix and everything, breaking it all down, maybe a couple of samples of what you're doing, and some financials that you put in there. And you submit it all, and that is your final business plan that you're going to be having for this month. So you kind of lay it all out in business plan development, which is the month before. The only thing is you have to add this month the executive summary, some of the financials, an explanation of your financials, and the appendix. But for BPD, which is what we called it, you had to learn how to work your Excel spreadsheets. That was a little something extra for me. Put together your business plan assignments, which were your separate parts. There was a lot of video watching where you get to watch. His name was Jason Whitmore. I'm sorry, my daughter evidently thinks something is funny. You'll see there were some videos by a man named Jason Whitmore, and they were talking about, how he made his progression into the career. He's a Full Sail Hall of Famer, I believe. So if you want to Google him, you can. And the class was not that hard. It was just that I got stumped on the fourth week of my Excel spreadsheets, because he just couldn't see why some of my things did not have what is that thing called? A profit margin. Why I was not paying a distributor to do certain things. It's like, because I don't need to pay a distributor because everything is done in-house. And they just sometimes it's easier to verbally tell somebody what's going on as opposed to them trying to see how it's going to work in the parameters of an assignment. So that got to be a little bit much for him, but it was okay. I'll take the A. And the last class that I'm in is final project business plan, and that will be wrapping up. I believe the last day for this class is March 29th. So yeah, the last day for this class is March 29th, and graduation is that Friday, which is April 3rd. I believe it's Good Friday. So I don't believe I've said it yet, but I will say it now. I do plan on being in Florida for the graduation. Not do plan, like I packed and my bag is right there because I pack early. So I'm going to be in Florida for the graduation. So if you're down there and you happen to be around the Full Sail area, just come and say hi. And I'll be recording while I'm down there for a few projects. So that'll be kind of awesome. And if you see me, definitely make sure you get on camera because I'll be having it with me at all times. But yeah, so what I can say, the main difference between the EBMS program and the digital cinematography program I went through last year, I can definitely say that this one is a little bit more intense, and I can understand why, because it's a master's degree program. You have to master this thing and really show that you are worthy of being called the master of entertainment business. And I kind of skated through digital cinematography because I'm just naturally kind of quick-witted at things, but this one I'm really working for. It's a lot of writing, it's a lot of time management, and I'll say that until I am blue in the face. These degrees are you have to be good on your time management. Anything done online, yes, it seems like it can be easier because you can just get to it whenever you feel like getting to it, but you have to be conscious of your time and the time that you're putting into it and when you do it. Like, because I do homework on Sundays, I do not then turn around and do homework on Monday. So Monday is my day off. It's my first day back to my regular job. And because I'm not working the regular job Saturday and Sunday, those are homework days. But I do not do any homework on Monday. That's the day I usually work on business things, or I do nothing. I go to bed early. Tuesday through Sunday, it's usually a homework day. Monday, I do look over everything and make sure like nothing's due like right now. It's an emergency. But Tuesday is the day I start working on the discussion that's done on that needs to be turned in on Wednesday. Tuesday I work on that. Wednesday, if I haven't finished it, I'll work on it. And then I do not do anything else on Wednesday. Thursday, I kind of begin my weekend projects. Friday night, I may look over them, add a couple more things to them. And Saturday and Sunday, completely doing the things that are due Sunday night. This morning, I got up at about 6:30 this morning, 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. It's Sunday, by the way. And I completed the last parts of the business plan that I needed to send in and compiled it all, checked it all, made sure it was right, made sure the page amount was right, and submitted it. I always do the biggest thing and complete that on the weekend. I'll start it during the week, but I complete it on the weekend when I have more time to focus solely on that, and I'm not trying to bounce around and do different things at work at the same time. So that right there, I can honestly say, if you're going to do an online program, you must allot for your time. If you have a day job, allot for that. Okay, I'm going to be working this day job. It's going to be stressful. I might need to go to sleep. And every night, if you can, look over your stuff or glance at it, make sure that you understand the gist of what you're doing and know what you can attack when. Always look at your assignments the first day of the week when they're open on Monday. Always look at them, because you never know. Something might be labor intensive and you may have to work on it a little bit harder. In my last degree program, I didn't look at something until like a Wednesday. I don't know why, because I was goofing or something. And I found out that I needed to be calling my state board of the Ohio Department of Film. I needed to call them and make sure they got back to me with some information. And I was like, oh my God. But thank God, like a couple of months before, I had already gotten in contact with them about something. And the woman and I kind of had a little rapport with each other. So I was able to call her back, and she got back to me quicker because she knew who I was and what I wanted. Always make sure you are looking at things, all of them, to make sure that nothing needs to be started on like Monday, because it's going to take you 5 days for something to show up, like they did in I'm not sure which one of the classes, but we had to add some Google AdSense to our blog, and it was going to take like 2-3 days for the tracking and everything to show. And had I not started early, I would have never have gotten the information that I needed to get to my teacher in order to get the proper grade for it. So always make sure you want to start ahead of time on things. Make sure that you've got time allotted out for sleep, because I'm going to tell you now, nothing is worse than being extremely tired and trying to do a project. That will never, ever work in your favor. I promise you. I've stayed up in the DCBS program, I stayed up for 3 days straight trying to get my final project loaded and done. And I promise you, when it finally loaded, I crashed and don't remember anything else after that. And I think that's why I cried so hard on the day I graduated, that Friday, because I had just done the uploading on that Sunday before, and I was still really exhausted from it. And then I cried the whole day because I was like, all of those sleepless nights just kind of paid off all at once when they called my name, and it was something else. It was amazing. But yeah, always make sure you budget your time. Your professors are always there to help you. They have regular business hours. Talk to them if you need to. Very, very, very important. And this brings me to something else with all of the questions and things that I'm answering. I got a message from Brittany McCullers on, I think that's how you say it, McCullers on YouTube about some questions, and I think that they're very good questions. I don't know if I've necessarily answered some of these before because she asked about books. She said, with the program being 1 year, did it seem like a lot of work since it's online? I think that the normal, it would be normal if you had like a campus class, just because like people who have campus classes have like 3 or 4 at a time, 2, 3, 4 at a time, and you can get done, but you have like serious breaks. You can get done in just about the same amount of time. I would only say that this seems like it's not even a lot of work. It's just you have to budget for it. The only thing is that every month you have a final, and you have to know that going in, that every month there's a final. And it's fast. It's very fast-paced learning. And if you're the kind of person that procrastinates a lot and you can't handle it, you may want to get yourself together before you enter in. But yeah, it's a lot, but I would not say that it's like an extreme amount. I've never had an extreme amount of work with these classes. Even when I've had 2 classes at once, which we did in the DCBS undergrad program, I've never felt like I was completely overwhelmed and like just gonna fall apart. That was never gonna happen. Was the program worth it? Absolutely. I think that I have another friend who's in the process of opening up a business, but she has not attended business school. And I can tell you now, the information that I can share with her is already invaluable. The things that I can tell her to do for her own company, invaluable. And I would share it with anybody else, you know, these are the things you need to do, this is how you do this. Or if I know of a resource that I can send to someone, you know, I'm always good for helping like that, because I feel like I didn't just get the degree to help me. My goal in life is to help somebody else, and that's exactly what I'm doing with the degree program. So yes, the program is worth it. Was it hard dealing with online classes? Because I've never been to a physical college, I can say that I don't know the difference, but I can say that dealing with an online class is much more conducive for my life than going to a class after I've been at work all day. I can't pay attention after I've been at work from anywhere from 6 a.m. to as late as 5 p.m. Sometimes I have a class for the day job after that from like 6 to 9, like I did for the last couple weeks. I can't pay attention. I was getting off work at about 5 o'clock and going straight to another class for the day job, like a continuing education class from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I can tell you that at about 6:45, I was doing one of these and zoning out or playing a game on my phone because my head just can't take anymore. So I would say that because the classes are online, it was much easier for me, because when I had energy, that's when I would do it. I watch a lot of my lectures in the archives because I have to. I can't always be present in the live class because I'm sometimes not available. And you can do it in your pajamas and not look bad. I've always said that was one of the best selling points, was being able to get up at 2 in the morning whenever I like get up, or between 2 and 4 in the morning, and do some homework and look at a lecture and not have to have everybody seeing me in my pajamas with my hair braided up. That's always been a good selling point for me. So yeah, online classes was easy for my life. If you've got a busy life, and you're like a mom, or you have like other things that you're doing, full-time jobs, things like that, online classes are excellent if you can motivate yourself, because it does take a lot of self-motivation. Were the classes still hands-on since they are online? Yes. A lot of the work that we do with building the business plans takes a lot of research, and you have to do that on your own. The teacher will point you in the right direction, but you've got to be able to go and get it on your own, whether it takes going to a library or using the Full Sail online library, which is excellent, because you can download books from there, check them out for like 2 weeks at a time, or you can just read resources from right there. It's really, really hands-on to me, and that's me being only an online student ever. But I think that this was really, really good for me. Are some of the books tangible? Yes, they are. I received during this course program, I want to say it was 2 or 3 books. I know I have Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I believe there was another book that I received as well. I know that there were at least 2 books that I received for this. So yes, 2 of the books were definitely tangible, and a lot of the classes use the same book, which is really, really good because that cuts down on the amount of money you have to pay for books. So I know that there was one, something about a successful business plan. That book was used in quite a few of my classes, so that worked out as well, but that book is digital. Was it easy getting in touch with professors? When you need to, it's absolutely easy. They have hours that you can call them. They always email you right back. If you need them, they are there. And lastly, was it fun taking online classes? I like it. And even though it seems like these are people that you would never normally like interact with, we have a Google Doc with everybody's information on it who wanted to keep in contact after school. A lot of us are planning on meeting when we go down to the graduation. I know Ricky's going to be there. Hi, Ricky. Ricky's going to be there. I think Mac was coming. I'm not sure. And some of the other people were coming from the classes and coming down to Florida so that we can graduate together and, just kind of meet each other and hang out, because it's interesting to form a relationship with people over a year, or some that I've known from DCBS, form a relationship with these people over a year, and then you finally get to meet them, and it's a lot. So I plan on going down and having fun with that. So let me see, was there any other questions? Not a question, but I feel like everybody should know this. When you go to graduate, there are several things that you have to do. And yes, I have a cap and gown. Forgot to tell you that too. So you'll see pictures of that because it needs to be steamed. But when you go to graduate, you have what they call an exit interview, where you get to talk about the financial parts of it, and they get to tell you how much you owe and tell you about your plans of paying it back. That can be a little bit overwhelming when somebody's telling you how much money you owe the government for going to school. But I feel like with having this degree, I can do so many different things, whether I'm doing them for myself or doing them for another company, because people with entertainment business degrees, let me show you, they can be, you can either turn around and do casting directing, be a casting director, and in charge of production. And there was something else. Hold on, let me see if I can find it for you. All these degree programs are listed on Full Sail, FULLSAIL.edu. And I'm going to look really, really quickly. Online education. Because there was a part where it can tell you what the people in this degree program, what jobs they went on to. Master's degree, entertainment business. Let me go there. And it's an award winner for the United States Distance Learning Association. So Full Sail wins awards for their online classes, which I can totally see why, because it's great. Careers. Once you choose a program, go over to where it says careers, and it'll tell you you can be an artist manager with this degree, work in artist relations, line producer, music marketing and promotions, music and recording producer, film and television producer, which is, I'm more of that side, creative services, casting director, new media and digital services, and you can also work in licensing. That's one thing that I think I failed to get in to over these updates. There's a lot of focusing on the licensures and things that you need to have for a business, and because of the fact that they give you so much information on working on licenses, you can pretty much go and work for any company and tell them what licenses they need to have, write them out for them in proper wording, and be able to obtain licensing for that. I know how to search for copyright protection, trademark protection, how to insure my company against infringement, and also to know the different types of things that you can use, because not everything is fair use. You can't take McDonald's arches and change the color and think that you can still make that be for you, because it's not. That's still infringed on a well-known trademark. So you could probably change the shape and make it a little more boxy and completely take it left of their arches, but you have to watch how your trademarks or your logos even kind of almost resemble somebody else's. So yeah, it's really in-depth type of program where you can sit down and look at everything, and they do give you a lot of information. I would not say that the information is overwhelming, but what I will say is there's a benefit of keeping this information, because you know how sometimes you'll think of something and you can't really remember, but you know you saw it or you know you had it. I keep all of my books in the little library thing that we have. It's called Vital Source, and it's like a bookshelf where you have all of your books. I have every book that they've ever given me from DCBS till now kept in the Vital Book Source, because you never know when you're going to need it. And I'll show you. It looks kind of like Amazon or any other book reader would have, but I keep them all because you need them. And let me see, I have 28 books in total, and I promise you I go back to them often. 48 Laws of Power was a very good book. The book we're reading for this class and a couple of the other ones was Successful Business Plan, Secrets and Strategies. And that book I know was found on Amazon too. We have a 36-hour course book, Cyber Law, a book on cyber law, so I guess that came from the law class. Single camera video production, that came from last year, the DCBS. Lighting, shoot on location, several million books on filmmaking. Entrepreneurial finance, I know that came from this program. And artist management, that came from this program. These books are so invaluable that I know they're going to come in handy later. I don't know if I'll end up managing an artist within the next 5 years, but this book is here. I paid for it. It's mine, and I can always refer back to it if there's something that I do not remember or I'm just unclear about. The cyber law is going to come in handy like tomorrow because of the knowledge that's in the actual book. You never know what you're going to need, so keep it all. I also am keeping on a separate hard drive all of my business plan assignment forms, like all my documents that I put together with all the company names and everything on them, because once I'm done, that business plan can be shopped out to anyone, just because it's a finalized business plan. It's not just an assignment. If they give me some type of feedback of things I need to change, I will change it, and then keep it as, you know, a PDF, or they suggested this month that you keep it all in a Word document, because not everybody has Adobe PDF readers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it all in Word content, because if you want to email it to somebody, you want them to be able to read it then, because if they can't open it and read it then, they're going to toss it and move on to the next one. And even though I'm not looking for funding now, I don't know if I'll be looking for it later on. So, you know, just because it's going to take money to produce shows and things like that, and all of the things that I'm going to get into. But yeah, it's really a good program. I'm excited for where I'm going to be going here on out. Very excited for the things that are in store for SheBusy Productions and all of the companies that are going to come after it. I'm taking on some different companies under my wing. We'll be raising those up and doing this at the same time, all while working full-time and being a mom. So yeah, my plate's kind of full, but I'm loving the life that I chose. This is what I wanted to do. This is what I am doing, and I'm having a ball doing it. So if you have any other questions, please get back to me. Leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you with them, or make a video discussing them if it's a bit too much to type, or if I think that everybody needs to know it. Let me know. I'll make a video. But for now, I believe I'm going to sign off, and next time you see me, hopefully I will be wheels up and on a plane. I'm going to kind of like document. I probably am going to treat the whole entire trip like a big documentary and just kind of film it. And we're going to go down and have fun and things like that. So if you're in Florida at the time, in the Orlando Winter Park area, April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, somewhere in there, let me know, and I'll be able to find you and meet you while I'm down there, or maybe have like a little meet and greet or something while I'm down there. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go for now because I want to edit this and get this up before I get too tired, because you know, tomorrow's a work day and I have to start everything all over again. But I'm really excited about being at the end of this program and seeing exactly where I go in the future, and how I can change the world. So this has been Lavetta for SheBusy Productions doing EBMS update number 4. I'll see you guys later. Bye.